Why am I so bad at math? The better question is, why is math so hard and so boring? And why do teachers make it so difficult? But here's a little secret I've learned over the years. There are ways to mentally trick yourself into liking math, get good at it, and overcome teachers that maybe aren't so great. So if you're interested, then please continue to watch this video. Let's start. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Tanya, an engineer based in New York and Singapore, and every day people come up to me saying, Tanya, I'm so bad at math. I hate it. And the truth is, there's no such thing as being bad at math. Let me say it again. There's no such thing as being bad at math. So I don't want to hear it anymore. It's like saying I'm so bad at speaking backwards. But why would anyone be good at speaking backwards unless starting from right now for the next 10 years for 5 hours a day, you practice. You have UT, SRQ, PON, MLK, GI, HG, FED, CBA. So whether you're first learning fractions or getting your PhD in complex number theory, you'll be learning new math concepts, and well, you're gonna be a little bit bad. Think about it. It took Isaac Newton 20 years to discover calculus, and it took thousands of years of math discovery to even lead him up to that point. And now we're taking those problems and expected to solve it in 1 minute. You guys gotta give yourself a little bit more credit. Good job, self. If you're thinking, okay, I get it, practice, but I've been learning algebra for 2 years now, and I'm still pretty bad at it. Well, if this is you, you might be stuck in what I call the math wheel of doom. This is where when we were first learning math a long time ago, we had a thought that popped in our head where we thought, this is pretty boring. Why am I even learning this? I'd much rather be outside playing with those kids. This causes us not to study, or in a lot of cases that I'm guilty with as well, saying I'm studying, but I'm staring at a textbook, copying down problems, and actually half daydreaming about something else. And because we don't study, we maybe bomb a test or get a bad grade, and because we get a bad grade, we instantly assume I'm bad at math. Because, well, if that girl got an A and I got a C, I must be bad at math and she must be pretty good. And now let's complete the circle. But we're not just bored with math anymore. We're getting a bad grade, and now we're getting so much anxiety, maybe lower self-confidence, and fear of getting a bad grade on another exam. And on top of that, maybe we're stuck with a teacher for a year where we just don't understand anything they're saying, and when they ask us the question, our brain just freezes up and we just get so much math anxiety. Before I continue, I want to bring up a study by Doug Press, and they found out that 93% of Americans struggle with some level of math anxiety, and 17% of Americans have a really high level of math anxiety. This increases to 30% in the UK. I'm not really sure why, the study didn't say either, but if anyone has any idea, please let me know in the comments below. I really struggle with math anxiety personally. I had to repeat an entire year of math in 9th grade. It was not fun, but by the end of high school, I was in Math Honor Society and I was competing in global math competitions. I know what you're thinking, that is not very cool, but it just shows that there is hope for people who think that they aren't so good at math. So let's go back to the math wheel of doom. How do we get out of this? Let's go over some tips and tricks on solving the root of the problem. You might think math is super boring. I mean, I'd much rather be swimming off the coast of Hawaii than doing math homework at home, but that doesn't mean we have to be bad at it. So I'm gonna start off with a trick that might sound a little bit silly to you, but works and is backed by data. A study was conducted at Harvard by Allison Brooks where they got 3 groups of students to sing karaoke. Right before singing a song, they got the first group to say, I am anxious. They got the second group to just sing as it is, and they got the third group to say, I am excited. When they measured the accuracy score for how well each group sang, the first group saying, I am anxious, got a score of 53%. The second group, who didn't do anything before the song, got an accuracy score of 69%. But the third group, who said, I am excited, got a score of 81%. She then applied this method to taking a math exam and found really similar results. So it might seem a little bit silly, but literally just saying I am excited right before taking a math exam or just doing math in general will help lessen the math jitters and help you do much better with math. Studies show that in order to get into the flow of doing something, you should only be working on a challenge that is 4% harder than what you can currently do. If you go too much higher than this, you're just gonna get stressed out, doubt yourself, and think you're really bad at something. And if you go too little, you're gonna get bored. I know what you're thinking, Tanya, how am I supposed to measure what is 4% harder than what I can currently do? And the answer to that is you really can't. But the whole point of this is that you need to just tackle one little mini task at a time and work your way up. And after each 4%, just give yourself a pat on the back and then move on to the next 4%. Math has become so boring because we spend our time memorizing formulas or memorizing steps on how to solve an equation. And that's the thing, math is not a TV show that we're memorizing a script for word. Math is a game, and we need to master each concept and challenge ourselves in order to keep leveling up. We need to try, we need to fail, try again until we get something. If you had an 1,000-piece puzzle, you wouldn't spend your time memorizing where each piece belonged to so you know where to put it. That's no fun. You would try to see which piece fits which piece through trial and error. You're gonna get it wrong a lot of times, and that's okay. Failing is part of the process, so you pick up another piece and try again. It's all part of the fun. Here is the 9 times table that I'm sure all of you guys have had to memorize. But have you ever noticed the pattern that if you write 0 to 9 all the way down, and then 0 to 9 again all the way up, you just wrote out the entire times table? Math is really a game with so many secrets to unlock, so we gotta stop memorizing everything and really go beyond to see why things work. Number 1, not all math is created equally. You can completely fail algebra, but geometry might be a breeze. For example, I'm not very good at mental math and arithmetic. I was literally typing things like 5 times 7 into my calculator during my engineering college exams just to make sure. So if you really struggle with one particular subject, it does not mean you're gonna struggle with all the others. Number 2, fast does not equal smart. If you find yourselves being the last person in the class to always turn in the exam, that does not mean that you're the worst person in the class. In fact, most of the best students turn in their exams towards the end because they're just sitting there thinking about the problem to make sure that they're doing it right. So if you find yourselves thinking a little bit slower than others about math problems, it's okay, there's nothing wrong with that, it's completely normal. And that's all from me from today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, but also are a little bit more convinced that you're not that bad at math. If you have any thoughts, please comment below, but also if you want to talk about it, you can reach out to me by email. I read and respond to everything. I'd love to hear from you guys. So till next time, be good to yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.